Last show, we talked about our 2022 predictions, but
Hmm.
today we are going to take a little revisit back to our predictions of 2021 to see how we did. You want to kick us off, Terrance, and talk about what you predicted for 2021 and
Yeah,
how you fared?
yeah, sure. This is inside baseball, but we were having problems digging through our old notes to find our predictions from last year. Just a aside, I really got to stop rambling. I was listening to the show and I was like, "Oh, get to the point." So forgive me out there to all my listeners if I tend to ramble before I get to the point. I will do better in 2022. So having said that, I'll get into my first prediction of last year, which was I thought Apple was going to release a sound bar. You know, they've got the HomePod Mini that replaces the HomePod. I thought that was going to be a home run, and I thought Apple was going to expand and do more audio focused products. They did not. As far as the sound bar goes, now they added more features to the HomePod. You got more HomeKit functionality, intercom functionality, all the things that you would think of in a smart speaker. But they stopped there. Now there still may have a little bit of room, but I'm not gonna wait for it. You know, I'm not gonna be like Nica's power mat and keeps driving for it. They didn't do it. I'm just gonna leave it at rest. So I was a miss for my first prediction of last year that Apple was going to release a sound bar for home entertainment audio.
All right. And for my first prediction, I said that Apple will release cheap AirPod Pros. I'm calling it a hit-ish because we didn't get cheaper AirPod Pros, but we did get a new AirPod 3, which is basically the current AirPod Pros without the
Noise
noise
cancellation.
cancellation function. Yeah. So I'm kind of giving myself a half a point for that. I'm giving it a kind of a hit because we did get new AirPods. They do look a lot like the AirPod Pros, and again, the biggest difference is the fact that it doesn't have the noise cancellation.
Right, right. All right. So my second prediction was Apple was going to add, they were going to expand Apple Wallet functionality to where you would be able to add things like a driver's license, like a passport, and I also mentioned vaccination cards to the Apple Wallet. This was a hit in the sense that Apple announced it and you could do it, but the capabilities is where it kind of fell off. They mentioned a couple states would be able to do it. To this point, we're in Georgia. Georgia is one of the states that they announced would be compatible. I haven't seen the functionality yet. Passports, you can do it, but it's not through Apple. You got to go through third party things. The same thing with vaccination cards. Now, you can do it natively via Apple if your state supports it and your healthcare provider supports it. So there's a lot of hoops or a lot of check marks you have to get through in order to get your vaccination cards natively added to Apple Wallet. My state doesn't qualify because Georgia. Um, so I call that a hit ish because even though Apple provided the capabilities, it's not seamless. You got to jump through
Right.
some hoops. It depends on where you live. It depends on this and that and the third, which is not as simple as adding your credit card to Apple Wallet. When you add a credit card to a wallet, it doesn't matter if it's Visa, Discover, Amex, debit card, whatever the case may be. You put the credit card information in, put your security information in, and boom, it's there. You cannot do that with a passport, with a driver's license, or Apple Wallet, even though Apple announced that capability or that functionality.
Right. All right. And my second prediction was Apple will release, quote, everyday AR VR headset. That was a miss. We didn't get anything remotely similar. It's a complete miss. There's last year there was nothing. This year, if you will go back to last week, I said that I had even forgotten I had even made this prediction, and I'm back at it again. That they are, I think they are quite a bit closer this year. So, but yeah, so that was the miss for 2021.
All right, all
And
right.
those were our predictions. We were batting about 50%.
Yeah, and the only reason why we had two apiece, this was right around the time where the insurrection happened. So again, like I said, I went back and listened to the episode, and this was the same day, if not the day after, when the
Mm.
insurrection at the Capitol happened. So I mentioned, or we mentioned in the show, that productivity went down to zero because everybody was glued to the television. So this is right
Mhm.
around the time where we normally would be researching for tech predictions. And if you go back to last week's episode, we had at least
It's
four
like
a
4, I think it's like
piece.
4 or 5 each, yeah.
Right. This last year we just had two because everybody was hooked on the news, finding
Yeah.
out what in the
Glued
world
to
is
the
going
television.
on to
Yeah,
these
yeah.
crazies in Washington D.C.
We're still dealing with that crap, but
Right.
either way, like I said, we did 50%. Hopefully, we will go up next year in our percentages and we will be better oracles.